You can sit inside a brick house on a bright day, shut the blinds, and completely block out the sun. Yet turn a dial on an indoor radio, and you can instantly pick up a broadcast from a tower dozens of miles away. Visible light and radio signals are made of the exact same material. They are both electromagnetic waves. To one of these waves, a solid brick wall is an absolute barrier. To the other, that exact same wall barely exists at all. We can't solve this by staring at the physical bricks and mortar. We have to look at the geometry of the waves themselves. To make sense of macroscopic solidity, why things feel hard and block light, we have to look at how these waves behave on a microscopic level. The electromagnetic spectrum spans all the different types of electromagnetic radiation. Whether we call them radio waves, microwaves, or X-rays, they are all physically identical. The only variable that separates them is their frequency. Frequency is simply a measure of how fast the wave oscillates, or how many complete cycles it wiggles through every single second. This chart shows the spectrum laid out by those oscillation speeds. On the radio side, the waves roll by in long, slow cycles. Down at the visible light end, the waves are packed tightly together, oscillating incredibly fast. That specific speed of oscillation dictates whether a wave will bounce off a brick wall or pass straight through it. To see why that speed matters, we have to look at these waves as discrete, tiny packets of energy called photons. Physicist Max Planck formulated a rule that connects a wave's frequency directly to the amount of energy its individual photons carry. This animation shows Planck's equation at work. Because his constant is just a fixed number, the math is straightforward. As the frequency increases, the energy of each photon increases right along with it. Those slow, long, rolling radio waves produce photons that carry a very small amount of energy. The fast oscillating visible light produces photons carrying a much heavier energetic payload. A wave's ability to punch through solid matter depends entirely on how much energy those individual packets contain. We can see this in action by zooming deep inside the atoms that make up a physical brick. According to Niels Bohr's atomic model, the electrons orbiting these atoms can only exist in very strict, unchangeable energy levels. In this atom, an electron needs exact photon energy to jump orbits. Low-energy radio photons lack this energy. Electrons ignore them, drifting straight through empty space. But high-energy visible light matches perfectly. Electrons absorb the photon, become excited, and scatter the light. The darkness of a closed room is just billions of electrons catching and scattering those specific high-energy light photons. The low-energy radio waves simply slip through the atomic gaps unnoticed. Zooming back out to the human scale, this subatomic sorting mechanism changes how we perceive the structures around us. Solid matter is not a universal physical barrier. It is an illusion created by highly specific energy interactions. To a photon of visible light, a brick wall behaves exactly as it appears to our eyes, a dense, dark, impenetrable box. Yet for a radio wave, the house is completely transparent. Signals broadcast from giant antennas drift silently and without resistance through millions of walls. Matter is simply a filter, and the precise energy of the incoming wave dictates exactly what is allowed inside.